This is Ancient Domains of Mystery. It's time to continue the adventures of OrcyStab, the Orcish assassin. We're level 10 now, and if we load the game, we are in the Caverns of Chaos. We're on dungeon level 4, so let's continue to explore. So the first few levels of the Caverns of Chaos are normally... Oh, there's a river. That could be a problem. I was going to say the first few levels are normally relatively safe. Oh good, we found the downstairs. That is excellent news. Let's eat some food. ADOM tends to have a bit of an ebb and flow of difficulty as you go through the game. So at the moment, the first few levels of the Caverns of Chaos aren't too bad, but then as you go deeper, you start coming across things that make life a little bit more awkward. Okay, I thought that river might stop us exploring a lot of the level, but we can look at the right-hand side. Potions of water are always very useful, and lizard corpses are always very tasty. So it's been a while since I played this, so I'm just going to remind myself of what our equipment is. So we've got a very good helmet, rubbishy armour, a girdle of carrying, that's quite useful. Okay, we could do with a better weapon, we could do with some better armour. That shield is probably going to break at some point because it's rusty. And yeah, nothing exceptional. A cursed bow, which is a bit annoying, but we've got plenty of arrows, okay. So there's not much else we can do here, because we can't... Can we swim? No, swimming is a skill that we don't have. So if we try to swim across that, a few bad things could happen. We might drown, which would be quite bad. And if not that, a lot of our equipment would get wet, which is very bad. I guess not as bad as drowning, but still bad. Here we go. These rooms look like the dungeon of an arena. The ground is covered with sand. You smell the fragrance of sweat and blood. So this is one of the first special levels in the Caverns of Chaos. It takes up the entire right-hand side of this level, which we'll go investigate shortly. You hear the ecstatic cries of a large crowd. Let's explore this level fully first. There's a spear trap there, let's avoid that. So what have we got? A rattling trader. A rattling rebel. So this is the arena, one of the most useful places in the game because it has these rattling traders who sell food. Now food in ADOM before you get to this point is very heavy, but they sell light, nutritious food, and we're going to buy as much as we can. That solves the food problem really for the rest of the game, so this is an excellent place to get to. So let's talk to that rattling trader. So some of the food is better than others. Fatworm is rubbish, so we don't want any of that. And just to help us out, we're going to name this rattling trader wormy. So we know what he sells. Let's talk to the rattling rebel. Rat tail. That's not very good either. So must be that one who isn't named. If there's a little green star above them, that tells you that they've got a name. So let's call him Ratty. What we're looking for is one that sells cook lizards. Rat tail, no. Let's call you Rats. Oh, who's this? This is a named character who I haven't seen before. Nakan Dwar, the Dwarven Glad. That must be Dwarven Gladiator. Don't bother me unless you are armed and shielded with stuff I can respect. Oh, he's a new character who I haven't seen before. Interesting. So I guess if I have better equipment, he'll talk to me. Cook lizards, here we go. Do you want to buy it? Yes! How many? Let's buy 50. Oh, only 22 left. There we go. So your lizards. Hopefully there's another one that sells lizards. We'll see if we can find one. And they do restock every now and again. I think if you spend enough time on the level, excuse me, they'll restock. Oh, excellent, more lizards. Yes, I would like to buy some more lizards. Yes, let's buy 50. There we go. Let's name you. Lizards 2. Who else have we got? So fried bats. So fried bats aren't too bad, but they're not as good as cook lizards, so I'm not going to bother buying any yet. It's tempting to buy more. How's our burden level? So it's quite a long time until we get strained. We're carrying 2,400 stones worth of equipment. Strained isn't until 2,800 odd. So we can afford to buy a few more cook lizards. Yes, maybe 20 more. Ooh, let's try another 20. Only 5 left, there we go. So we've bought them out, so hopefully they'll restock at some point and we can buy some more later if we need them. Cooked roach, no. More worms, don't want to buy it. Oh, no, don't want to. 0. Oh, keep on pressing the wrong button. I want to name you, that's what to do. Cockroach. I'm just naming them all now, it just makes life a lot easier when I come back in, you know, a few levels time and I'm trying to find the 2 that sell cook lizards. So as well as rattling traders, there's the arena, where you can fight for gold. So gold is quite handy. How much gold do we have? 2,000 gold. So we could probably do some more gold. So we might have a couple of fights, and then we'll come back later and have a few more. So let's talk to the arena master. I have to win a test fight first. Let's fight in the arena. So as you start off, the fights aren't normally too difficult. They tend to be... oh, we're bleeding. Let's try and stop that. Let's apply first aid. They tend to be against low-level monsters, things like rats, as you start off. Although they are more powerful than the normal rats you find in a dungeon. They have more health and they hit harder, but they're still relatively straightforward. And it takes 20 fights to become the champion of the arena, which isn't something we're going to do now, we're going to do it later, because there's a quest later on that asks you to become champion of the arena. And the best way to finish that quest is by becoming champion of the arena. There is another way to complete it, but it's not as much fun. So that got us 190 gold pieces, which is okay. It's not huge amounts. Let's do a couple more fights. See if we get any more. Yeah, see, they're quite tough. They take a lot more damage to take down than a normal hobgoblin. But we're pretty tough too, so we can take it. Okay, so we're taking a little bit of damage, but not too much. I guess our armor's not great. And our weapon's not that great, so it's taking us longer to kill this hobgoblin than it would otherwise. Right then. A crystal dagger, interesting. So we'll come back here later, but let's continue. Looks like we'll be a rat. Let's continue exploring the Caverns of Chaos. We'll go a little bit deeper and see what we find. That's a fire lizard, who I'm going to ignore for the time being. Actually no, I might kill him. I don't want him to wander into the arena and kill some rattling traders by accident. There we go, good. So let's go down to dungeon level 6. Oh, okay. You climb downwards. You sense imminent danger. You enter a huge cavern. It seems to be larger than anything you have ever seen before. So this is the big room. And the big room is one of those points where things suddenly become dangerous again. So it's one big room, and I think either it has a high monster generation rate, or if summoning monsters are generated, then it can quickly run out of control, and you can get trapped in a corner and not be able to find the downstairs. We've been incredibly lucky in this game that the downstairs has been generated right next to the upstairs, so we're just going to run and bolt for it, and we should be quite safe. Often it's generated completely off the screen and you have to wander around for quite a while before you find it, and all that time any summoning monsters are generating more and more rats or wolves or whatever else they're summoning, and that can be difficult to get where you want to go. There we go, that was nice and easy. That was incredibly lucky. Maybe this is going to be a lucky game. We're doing okay so far. This is a quiet dungeon. Not much around. Oh, we found the downstairs. Let's continue exploring a little bit. See if we find anything else of interest. We're looking for equipment, basically. That's why we're exploring every level as much as we can. A cyan potion. The more monsters we find, the more loot we find, the more likely we are to find something better than we've already got. Or useful potions and things like that. Oh, clawbugs. Okay. So these breed. They split into half and make more clawbugs. So it's worth killing them as quickly as you can, just to get rid of them. They also ignore armor as well. So if they hit you, they'll always damage you. But we've gained a level. This is good. So we've got 4 improvements we can do. So we can't improve alertness by much. We could do archery. What else is useful? Dodge is useful. First aid could be useful. Literacy could be useful. So let's do some archery. Some dodge. Some literacy. And I can't see us using pickpockets much. So what else was I going to put in? First aid. Might save us if we get poisoned or bleeding or something, you never know. Let's see if we can get rid of these clawbugs as quick as we can. Yeah, so every time they hit you they cause damage because they ignore all armour. So it's worth to get rid of them as soon as you can, and we have. What else have we got on this level? Ooh. Water snake. Almost didn't see that. Right, that's this level. Oh no, there's still a little bit we haven't explored. Over on the right hand side. Let's see if we can get there now. Oh, what's that? A Chaos Plague Bearer. I can't remember what they do, but that's probably something worth shooting with an arrow. I probably don't want it to get too close. Phew, good. That's a wraith. That's also something worth shooting with an arrow. Unfortunately, it's quite close. Oh no! The wraith hits you, you feel exhausted. So I think that's reduced our toughness. That either reduces toughness or strength. I think it's probably toughness. That's a bit annoying. So our toughness was probably 18 before that. Now it's gone down to 17. Hopefully we'll get that toughness point back at some point. What on earth is that? A carrion crawler. Let's eat the ogre corpse. Right then. I think that's that level fully explored. Let's get out of here. Where were the stairs? They are... Where are they? Let's have a look. So that's the upstairs. Downstairs, top left, okay. Oh dear, there's slimes. 2 different colour slimes. That's very odd. Oh wow, this is a dark orc. Dark orcs are tough. Very tough. Yeah, we're taking quite a lot of damage here. I need to finish him off. Uh-oh, this is a problem. We're down to 9 health. I'm going to try praying. I can't remember it. If our God likes us at all. You pray to the one who kills. You heal by silvery light. You feel the one who kills crumbling in anger. Okay, so at least he healed us, but we're not going to get healed again for a while. Oh, all these slimes appearing. These breed as well, like claw bugs. They split into two every now and again. So hopefully that was all of them. Oh, what's going on here? We've got a goblin chieftain, a kobold chieftain, a goblin rock thrower. Okay, so nothing there's too tough. We should be able to get rid of it quite quickly. There we go. So when we first entered this level, it said you smell a strange smell, I think. Ooh, a large shield. That looks excellent. We'll try that in a sec. And a wand. Let's just try that shield. That looks like a mithril shield. You can tell by the weight. Oh, even better. A large adamantium shield. So that suddenly improved this character by a huge amount. That's a lot better than the shield we had. So if we look at our message buffer, if I can remember how to get there. There we go. So when we first entered this room, it said... Ah, here we go. The air of this level is filled with a strange smell. So that means there's a particular item on here, which is an incredibly useful item. And I think we'll try and find that next time. So for the time being, it's time to say goodbye to OrcyStab, and next time we'll see if we can find out what's causing that strange smell.